kids, welcome back to our English lesson, video lesson. So this is lesson 16, identifying the degree of comparison of adjectives. So let's start. So do you remember what are adjectives? So I'll give you some adjectives so to remember what they are. So these are some examples of adjectives. We have the words happy, sad, open, closed, ill, injured, rich, poor, empty, full, old, and new. So these are all describing words. During our last lesson, we said that colors are also adjectives, shapes are also adjectives, so sizes are also adjectives. So when we say adjectives, if we will go back to the definition that we had before, we can say that adjectives are describing words. So when we say describing words, these are used to tell something about the noun or the pronoun. So basically, adjectives only describe nouns and pronouns. So for example, Mr. Pineapple here is saying this juice is delicious. So Mr. Pineapple is describing that the juice that he is holding is delicious. Okay, next. We can also use adjective to compare nouns. So we don't just use it to describe nouns or pronouns. We can also use it to compare. So remember, nouns are persons, animals, things, places, and events. So we can compare two animals using adjectives. We can compare two things using adjective, and so on. So like, for example, this donut is comparing itself to the cupcake. The donut said, I am sweeter than cupcake. Is that true? Do you think it's true? Yeah, maybe some donuts are sweeter than cupcakes. Now, there are three degrees of comparison. We have the positive degree, when you're just describing a noun, it's the positive degree. So this biscuit is saying, I am sweet. And then we have the comparative degree. If you are comparing two nouns, this biscuit is saying, I am sweeter than the biscuit on the left, then that's comparative degree. And then the third one is the superlative degree. We're comparing one noun to the rest of the nouns. I am the sweetest of them all. So we have the positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Now let's discuss them one by one. So the positive degree is used when you are just describing a noun or a pronoun. Example, the juice is yellow. Okay, so the word yellow here is your adjective. The sunglasses are round. Okay, so the word round here is your adjective. Now let's have more examples. The turtle is slow. The farmer is hardworking. So these are all examples of positive degree of adjective. You just describe them. You're not comparing anything. Now for the comparative degree, we use it when comparing two nouns or pronouns. For example, let's compare the banana to the ice cream. We can say that the ice cream is sweeter than the banana. Okay, it's not all the time true, but for this case, we can say that the ice cream is sweeter than the banana. Comparative degree is shown by adding er to the adjective. So this is the common way to write comparative adjective. So we have sweeter, wider, colder, cleaner, tastier, and louder. Now, if the adjective has three or more syllables, we have to add the word more before the adjective. For example, the word delicious, delicious. It has three syllables, so you can add more. Okay. The word colorful, colorful. Three syllables, so you can use more for that word. Expensive, expensive. Three syllables also, so you can use more. More than three syllables, they use the word more. when they are used in comparing objects. So now let's use these in sentences. So we can say gold is more expensive than silver. And please also remember that after you use the word more and then the adjective, you have to add the word than. Okay, so gold is more expensive than silver. Then we have fried chicken is more delicious than roasted chicken. Okay, so when you're comparing two nouns or pronouns, you can use the word more plus the adjective and then the word than. Now let's go to the superlative degree. So it's used when there are three or more nouns or pronouns being compared. For example, we're comparing the ice cream. Which one is the most popular? For example, in the US or in the Philippines. Vanilla is the most popular as ice cream flavor. So this is, I think, based on data from the US, because when you have vanilla flavored ice cream, you can do a lot of things with it. You can add cookies, crushed cookies, and then you'll have cookies and cream. Okay, so you can make another or a lot of other flavors from vanilla ice cream. That's why it's the most popular ice cream flavor. Now, superlative degree is shown by adding est to the adjective. Okay, so sweetest. Remember a while ago for comparative, we have sweeter. Now we have sweetest, widest, coldest, cleanest, tastiest, and loudest. Okay, so you just have to add est at the end of the word. Now, the word most can also be added before the adjective if it has three or more syllables. It is always preceded by the word the. Okay, so what do I mean? For example, your adjective here is hardworking, right? Now, before the word most, you have to add the word the. The ants are the most hardworking insects. Bella Hadid is the most beautiful woman according to science. So you have to use the word the before the word most, and then you can write it down. Or you can write the adjective after that. So some adjectives totally change in form when used for comparison. For example, we have bad as the positive form or positive degree form of the adjective. Its comparative form is worse, and its superlative form is worst. Okay, so it totally changed its spelling from bad to worst. Okay, it's the same with good. Good is the positive form. Comparative is better, and the superlative is best. Little is positive, comparative is less, superlative is least. For many, that's your positive, your comparative is more, and your superlative is most. Okay, so these are some of the words that changed its spelling depending on the degree of comparison. But you can focus with this one because these are the most used. Now it's time for you to practice what you have learned. So we have here 4 positive degree forms of adjectives. So I want you to think. Maybe you can write it on a piece of paper. I'll give you 1 minute to figure out how to write the comparative and superlative forms of the following adjectives. Okay? Okay, good job. Now, let's answer this activity. So, slow will become slower for comparative and slowest for superlative. Safe, safer for comparative, superlative, safest. Since wonderful has 3 syllables, wonderful, we can use the word more wonderful, and then most wonderful for superlative. Intelligent has 4 syllables, so you can use more for that, more intelligent, and then for superlative, most intelligent. Okay, so I hope you understand our lesson. That's it for today, and please do your activities to practice more about this lesson. If you have questions, just email or send me or give me comments in the Google Classroom, okay? Okay, that's it for today. So if you have questions, you may email me or comment on our Google Classroom in any post there. And I will see you all during our live class. Bye, guys. Bye, kids.